Good evening. It's Tuesday, August 30th, 2022. Welcome back to BoomerRexTonight, your daily daily source for news and politics. I'm RisenLadyHeathen. Hey, asshole, what separates our show from other millennial news podcasts?
An airship and a fucking drone army.
Right.
We have a boomer, and
Stay the fuck on your side. Stop touching me.
not just any boomer. We have Mr. BoomerRex himself.
Are we there yet?
You two easily breathe politics, and I'm still learning. That's three unique perspectives we share, along with the facts from our literal round table. First of all, I want to say thank you for liking, subscribing, and for smashing that like button on YouTube, and for subscribing and all those wonderful things.
Man, I hope you got a touch.
I appreciate you.
Good.
I will turn this war crime shaped like a cloud around, so help me God.
Tomorrow, so I just stumbled, literally, seconds before we started the show, I stumbled across a Tucker Carlson rant that has me very confused. So,
Charlie horse in her brain.
So I'm going to find out what the fuck he's talking about, and then
Nonsense.
I'll do another Tucker Carlson breakdown tomorrow for Burn It Down Wednesday. So I think that works out perfectly.
It's the
for
usual
everybody.
feeling I have
the,
with Tucker
the
Carlson
news
talk.
short and sweet.
I know you're trying to communicate, but I don't speak little bitch. Luckily, Risen does.
With a lot of fucking research, it takes.
Oh yeah, no,
hours
I know.
to
I do not.
sort this shit out.
I do not want that skill.
No, it's just taking direct notes on the main points of what he's trying to say, and then hunting down, which is the hard part. But the weirdest thing about a lot of the stuff he references, it's not as hard to find as you would think.
No, and it's all really surface level shit that was probably vaguely covered. You feel like you heard about it in a history class, or maybe that movie you watched that one time.
Or saw it on the news one time, and you're like, I vaguely remember something about that. And then when you look it up,
Weaponized
it's nothing to do with what he was trying to claim it is.
It's a standard con.
Yeah.
Right?
Anyway.
You need to have something to tie into.
Yep.
So be prepared for that tomorrow. It'll be exciting and a lot of me shouting and complaining about fucking Tucker Carlson being a shithead. So let's dig right into our headlines. New shoes. What's going on with new shoes?
Oh,
Who's
it's
got
so
new shoes?
sad.
Why do they got new shoes?
Oh, actually, this is
Did
happening.
their old shoes go off to live on a farm in New York?
There
What happens
was,
to my shoes, the internet?
there was a 4-year-old penguin at the zoo who'd been coping with a case of bumblefoot.
Oh.
And that's an infection that causes the feet to become swollen and painful lesions, and so they look funny and they walk funny and so forth.
Poor thing.
And the other penguins wouldn't play with him.
Well, yeah, he's got a contagious disease, apparently.
So the San Diego Safari Park Zoo didn't want him to feel left out. So anyway, they had him walk across sand to create an impression, and then created models of his feet. And from there, they created a special pair of orthopedic boots,
Oh.
right? And they're made of neoprene and rubber, which I assume is part of keeping the, if it is contagious, down. It's got extra padding on the bottoms, and it looks as close to his natural foot color as possible. So now he doesn't stand out anymore, and his friends are talking to him again.
Oh, that's awesome.
So Therapol was the New Jersey-based company that built the boots for.
Good job
Way to
there.
go!
Right? Well played.
There, Paul.
Yeah,
There we
this
go.
was a hard one to find.
Now, anyway.
No, the only reason why I've even heard of Bumblefoot is because several days ago or something, I stumbled across a video about a woman who had chickens that would get it, and then how she would treat it would be because you basically have to have them soak their feet in Epsom salt.
Yeah.
And that's how you treat it. And the only way to really do that was to take like a tote, cut a little hole in it, put some padding along the hole, put the chicken in, the chicken would stick its head out the hole, and then you'd close them in so that their feet could soak and they would be able to just hang out in the little foot soaker thing, and
Those are still my favorite. Or we made wheelchairs for fish.
Oh God.
Well, those fish should actually be they should all be destroyed. Like those fish those are cancer fish. They literally have cancer. That's why they look that way. They're fucking terrible.
And don't always stay up
Don't buy the
And
fancy...
people give me shit when I'm like, Iceland's got something going.
there. Yeah.
No, stay away from the cancer goldfish. Don't fucking get those fucking kids. Jesus fuck. Why? Why would you want, like, if you had a dog, right, and somebody had a puppy and they're like, oh, he has cancer, are you gonna be like, oh, that makes him extra cute and I'm gonna buy him? No, you'd be like, that dog has cancer, I want to get one that doesn't have cancer.
So what happened to you? Well, I started this podcast. It was just about like it was looking like it might start working. And then all of a sudden, Risen went batshit anti-cancer and got us canceled by the fucking bald kids.
There you go.
See, I'm one of those weird people. I would take the dog with cancer because I would make sure it lived a full and happy life to
Right.
the best of its ability. But I'm weird.
Yeah.
Here you
It's a
go,
wheelchair.
get some ice cream,
But no, if the other thing
get
is
some dog
that
meth and hooker.
I tend to have more than one dog. So
And
like
blast
one healthy dog, one sick dog, that's fine. We can deal with it. But if I was just gonna have one dog, I wouldn't
Yeah.
want a sick dog. Like that sounds terrible. But anyway, let's move on to Ukrainian offensive in the south.
So the counteroffensive in the South continues, and they have finally learned to shut their goddamn mouths.
We have not. Good luck, the Ukraine.
No, we haven't said
We're live
anything
teaching
either
them.
now. And you know that we know.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Oh, I'm sure they're getting advice from us.
Oh, I think we have all the Sergeant What's-His-Names as far out as we can.
Everything I've heard suggests that we probably helped them choose and target the weapon.
Oh, I believe it.
So,
Yeah,
in any
I
case,
wouldn't question that at all. Yeah.
and they asked for specific weapons like more javelins and so forth, which have been delivered.
Well, and remember, these are the kinds of fights that gave birth to, like, the SEAL Black Squadron. That's all hard recon and stuff.
Right.
Right, these European fights where, nope, no one died and no one got caught and it's all fine, shut up.
Yeah. So anyway, they've cut the bridges, so the Russians cannot bring in any heavy equipment, and which means they can't resupply. They can't, and the Ukrainians are kind of saying, "Oh, please build pontoon bridges." So anyway,
Do it, motherfuckers.
so the final warning was Zelensky addressed the people of Crimea, saying, "Please stay as far away from Russian military facilities. Don't go near Russian bases and military airfields, and report to Special Services of Ukraine all the information you know about the occupiers so the liberation of Crimea can continue."
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. No, Zelensky ain't fucking around, folks.
no.
No, Ukraine
gonna get
has to
shit
take
done.
this fight all the way. I don't think they should trade Crimea for anything.
Fuck no.
Because if
And
they...
this is a chance to take Crimea back and punish the Russians for
and
that
a
one.
chance for the UN and NATO to not look like the fucking problem, having promised to guarantee their sovereignty if they gave up, the weapons that would have guaranteed their sovereignty.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep that in mind. People, and this is what Democrats need to remember. You cannot take away or threaten to take away people's guns because that is tantamount to step one before you try to take control of
Are
people's
you
lives.
guaranteeing their security? No, then fuck all the way off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck Longley down a short pier.
Yeah.
No, God
The-
damn,
the-
stupid shit.
People need to understand, and I say this in different forms every night, the fucking genie is out of the bottle with the gun issue here in America, and you cannot shove that genie back in that bottle. The best you can do is learn to live with
So,
it
yeah.
and protect yourself from it by learning to shoot and fire guns. I'm sorry, Democrats, you need to back off the gun issue. You will only make it worse if you keep talking
Well, I
about
hear
it.
Joe Biden's going to go to Philadelphia and babble about guns.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
That's just
This is how you lose the midterms, fuckwads. There is no support. None. Zero. Zip.
It is
You can't-
inherently hypocritical of a revolutionary nation to ever suggest that we're going to take the guns away.
Yeah.
First off, you can make them. Jesus, it's just a pipe. Fuck. So there's no way you can stop firearms from being a problem. And you don't want any of the... When you push down on that end, it's going to pooch up somewhere else.
Well-
and none of those are fucking better.
And the thing you should remember is that there are a whole bunch of stuff that are easier to make
I
than
know.
pistols.
Yep.
Yeah. That are much, much more dangerous.
And again, these people who are committing quote unquote crimes and all kinds of stuff with these weapons, you have to remember these are goddamn criminals. They don't give a fuck what your laws are. If they want a gun, they're gonna get a gun.
I have seen more automatic weapons in the hands of criminals in the United States than I have of law-abiding,
I
Class
hadn't
3
thought
federal
about that.
firearms
That's true.
owner.
Yeah. So, anyway, Yeah, just stupid, just unbelievable.
Shut up.
So, moving on in the counteroffensive, I was really torn whether I was going to put this one under climate weirding or as part of the counteroffensive.
Divine intervention, that's my answer.
The European countries bordering the Baltic Sea agreed on Tuesday to ramp up offshore wind energy sevenfold by 2030.
Nice.
Yeah.
They've become aware of the fact that Russia wants to use gas as a political weapon.
Yep.
Fuck them.
Well, and we need to
And so
heavy
all of
invest.
these projects are already started. France is building a big natural gas port and has contracted for other countries than Russia to deliver.
It's kind of like that video we saw that was talking about global warming and how it's kind of going to sort itself out eventually.
Has to.
This is part of that, I feel like, though. The fact that, you know, when people are starting to use oil and whatever
Right.
as tools to fuck with
Oh,
other
yeah.
people, they're going to seek alternate
Yeah. No, a lot.
forms of energy. And that's going to be wind and solar, and there's now turbines.
And
we
by
can put
investing in that,
in the ocean to
Yep.
collect energy.
Yep.
So there's lots of different ways that we can do this.
And Europe's going to make a bunch of progress because Russia's fucking around.
And almost none
And
of
they
the
used to have hard currency income from that.
and almost none of the infrastructure for any of those had existed previously.
Yeah,
And now that means a bunch of
We're gonna make it,
manufacturing and other stuff.
yeah.
Because fucking repair parts are absolutely going to be made as close to local as you can get. Because that's going to
Yep.
be what makes repair and all the rest cheap, which is the long term on those.
Yeah,
That's awesome. All right, are we ready to move on?
yeah, sure.
All right, let's talk about Sailor Moon and Britney Spears, because I have to correct you on a few things here.
Oh, I wasn't going to mention any of that,
Oh,
but
cool.
that's okay.
Go for it.
There's a small study going on of whether women get more in tips if they wear their
Look
hair
out, Gen Z,
in-
they're watching your TikToks.
Yeah.
Old people, they're coming for it, just like they
Yeah,
did
they
for
really
Facebook.
are. Yeah.
Next, they're going to be in your Discords, and then they're going to be in your DMs. And if they're in your DMs, tell them an adult.
So anyway, there are a couple of them who've done the experiment and put their hair in, and they were saying pigtails, but it was braids.
Yeah, so it was braids and buns with streamers.
Yeah.
Because buns are not pigtails, no matter how much you want to think they are.
But in one case, they had a measurable increase in tips, and in the other case, they had a six-fold increase in tips.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry to say it, but the one who had the six-fold increase in tips, I liked her hairstyle that way. Again, she was more attractive with her hair done that way.
My issue with pigtails is that they legitimately spring to me like 12-year-olds, right? Like,
Well,
that was the
that was
style
the thesis
that
of
girls
this
wore when they were
nonsense.
12 years old, and it's hard for me to see grown-ass men being like, woo, pigtails. Like, I get it, handhold, whatever. That's great. But do you really want to walk around looking like a goddamn 12-year-old? I mean, at least
No,
the
and
Sailor Moon
neither of
haircut
them-
is, it's different.
Yeah. No, and I that was part of the thesis of the article about this was, you know, this is this toxic thing on,
Yeah.
you know, schoolgirls and yeah. I'm not at all sure of that. And one of the people who's doing the experiment pointed out that she just saw it as a way of manipulating her customers. If they were going to give her more money if she wore her hair that way, she was going to do it. And I
Fair.
think that's empowering, not right.
Empowering in the sense of she's making more from it. Disempowering in the sense of infantilizing herself to get more money.
That's always been the job.
I guess.
I'm
You know,
not
how-
saying that part's
I-
great, but
I'm not a woman, so I can't answer this question, but how different is that from the Dress for Success book? For men.
If I was dressing for success, I would never put my hair in pigtails. That would be the
Depends
last.
on-
Nobody's going to take
But
you
it's
seriously
a-
in pigtails.
No, but it's a different environment.
depends on which room, yeah.
Right.
Dress for success for women is buns, ponytails, straight
Yeah,
hair.
in the business, in a
I would
handful
think
of,
ponytails would work as well.
in a handful of
I
business
like women in
environments.
ponytails.
Right, but it doesn't give you the same effect as pigtails.
They're different environments.
Yeah.
Right. What you want.
Yeah,
out of a
Dress for
Hooters
Success was
waitress
for a
is
very
different.
specific working environment.
Well, right. Like if I go to Hooters, I expect
Fine, but
girls
we
with long
know
hair to be in
breast
pictures.
size has a right. Cornell did a study that shows breast size. Right,
Besides the tips.
is aggressively correlated.
In my prime, I would have made a killing based on my breast size.
Yeah. No, and it's all the
If I
other
was
things,
working.
but we do agree that there's a skill set for bartender, concierge, or any of the aggressively forward-facing customer service only jobs.
Right.
So
As a bartender, I wouldn't wear pigtails either. Because again, people aren't going to take you seriously.
depends on the thing, but no, I agree. I've known plenty of bartenders that if that was the appropriate thing, yeah, because that shit comes off quick. But
Yeah.
for this, where yeah, I have never known anyone, male or female, who worked waitstaff who didn't work these sorts of experiments, even if it was just loosely based on tie choices, based on all the rest.
Yep.
Right? They knew exactly what their colors were because no shit, their job literally depends on that.
Yeah.
But be good at it, be cute, be well tipped, and it's a license to deal drugs and print money.
Fair. All right. Let's move on.
All right, so
U.S.
the-
Department of Education discharges thousands of student loans.
Yep, we're done. Let's see what the next one is. No, Department of Education announced Tuesday that it is discharging the loans taken out by 79,000 students who attended Westwood College.
Hells to the fuck, yeah. That's
Yeah.
entirely many for just one college, but
They
yeah.
settled the fraud charges in 2009. In 2016, they were closed.
What's the name of the college?
Westwood.
I think I may actually know somebody that benefits from that.
Ooh, cool.
Yeah.
Way to go. They'd already approved 130 million in debt discharge for approximately 4,000 former students. Again, I love this. They took advantage of a federal program. Their whole thing was to get the student loan and
Yeah,
fuck
fuck the
'em.
student.
I think my bigger issue is that once you're in trouble for fraud, I feel like those loans should have automatically been forgiven. I think that the fact that we had to
Woulda,
go
shoulda,
through
coulda.
this
Yeah.
to make it happen
We
is
got
disgusting
this
and
baby
sick.
step, and then they saddled the Department of Education with DeVos for 4 years,
Well, it's like
and
what-
nothing happened.
It's like what happened with Trump University,
Uh-huh.
where none of those people got their money back.
Oh, they couldn't. That money
They
was
got
poked
parts
out.
of it back, but nobody got a full refund. And that, to me, is insane that you should still have to pay for something that was considered fraud and charged as fraud. And then,
well, they probably already
Yeah,
paid.
that was
What they
all
didn't
cash
get
up
was their
front.
money back.
Yeah. No, this is the worst parts of all of it. But yeah,
The only person I
79,000.
know who was involved in that was so
Fucking
one-
toxic.
no, I'm good friend, excellent person,
Okay.
and was so excited about having Trump teach them real estate so they could make some real money as a sideline.
And you can make real money in real estate.
oh
Yeah,
yeah,
if you
know the
actually
right
get
people.
instruction.
Yeah.
Like your community college can do that for you.
But
It's
again-
a state licensing.
And
thing.
I
It's fine.
simply can't go to him and say, "Did you get your money back?"
No, fuck no.
No, I just can't do
That'll
it.
come up in conversation if it needs to.
Yeah,
All right. Shall we move on? Donald Trump takes True Social to complain.
I love this.
Hey,
Donald Trump is up in goddamn arms because are you ready? New York Post
right?
posted
Bastion
a
of
harsh bastion of Trumpism,
yeah,
right? And owned by Rupert Murdoch.
yeah, but he knows he needs a life after.
Oh, yeah. So anyway, the editorial said Attorney General Merrick Garland's raid on Mar-a-Lago has ex-President Trump back in the news. That's a problem for Republicans who need to move beyond him.
Just a bit.
So, the editorial was saying, the Republicans they could have a landslide in 2022, but if the focus is on Trump and, abortion and all the crazy shit the Republicans are saying, they're going to get stomped. And the best part of that is Trump's out taking away all the donations and sitting on them he's not going to give anybody any money. So anyway, I
Well,
love
and
it.
it's not like the accounting stuff works retroactively. I don't think so. That money's gone.
Yeah. No, he wasn't.
Until that money is spent out of him, it's gone.
Yep.
All right.
It could be taken out of him because some of the circumstances under which he has.
Sure, maybe. We've got real crimes on him, and I haven't seen him in cuffs. So
yeah. Or charged with anything.
Yeah.
All right.
We can hope.
There should be consequences. I gave up hoping a long time ago, sir.
So anyway, the chairman of the Arizona Republican Party has argued that thousands could be implicated if a federal judge does not quash a subpoena from the House Select Committee
if you're bad at crimes, don't do crimes.
for her phone.
Here's my thing. If you're worried that they're going to be implicated, then you're obviously know for a fact that
I
you've
think
said
you just
crimey
explained-
things to them.
Well, they're not going to get the contents. They're going to get the metadata, right? Who she called, when she.
Sammy.
Uh-huh. Well, they'll certainly get to ask both parties what was said.
Yeah.
In any case,
I hope they laughed at her.
the House Republicans' General Counsel said there's no greater interest than investigating the first attempt to obstruct the peaceful transfer of power
Yeah.
in our nation's history.
Yep.
But, and with her babble about, well, it'll implicate thousands, I'm sorry, if I were the judge, I'm saying, done. You
Yep.
just told me why I have to give him your phone.
Yeah.
Was that not probable cause and you said it in a fucking court document? That's insane.
Why are these people so bad at the crimes?
They're white people who have been they were white people who were born to multi-generational
I
white
even admitted I'm not good at crimes and I get caught. We talked about that in the pregame show. Give us $1. Go check it out. BoomerRexTonight, no spaces on Facebook. Link to our Patreon. But in our pregame show, I discussed the fact that I'm not good with the crimes thing. When I was younger, I used to get caught all the time when I did stuff wrong
Well, we
because
don't- yeah.
I'm not good at the crimes. I'm just not.
But you never had the impulse to fucking record
But
it or
here's my
talk to
thing.
1,000 people about
Here's my thing. When I listen to all this shit, I'm like, well,
What
that's
the-
dumb. Why would you ever do or say or record or type or any other sort of... What the fuck are these idiots doing? Like, damn.
Good goddamn question.
Well, and the thing that isn't going to be discussed well is the fact that she is worried about network analysis of what she did.
Uh-huh.
They are playing on a scale that should concern everyone. Right, the left is still things about the memes having had such a big effect in 2016, and she's thinking about this like they mean it.
Yeah.
Right, the same thing that informs the trying to go after the various political, not even appointed the non-partisan parts of the system, the infrastructure.
Yeah. So anyway, next up, Politico reported Tuesday that any legal fees having to do with Trump's retention of government documents is not being paid by the RNC.
Of course not, because they didn't tell him to take those documents and store them at his fucking
Well, they have
mansion.
been paying a lot of his other legal
Yeah.
bills, and they're apparently just fucking tired of it. So,
Outstanding.
Well, and I'm sure they can't fucking afford that shit. They are going dry.
no, but it's
Not with the 12 million Rick Scott dropped on American Express prepaid cards, which somebody held him upside down and shook him, right?
Yeah, dude.
And wasn't that guy involved in the largest ever fraud against Medicare?
Something like that.
So I'm sure it'll be fine.
gotta love it. Anyway, but again, it's people backing away from the noisy orange thing.
Yep.
So,
All right, that lightning rod's about to get struck, it looks like.
yep.
All right,
Well,
we're
we
gonna
can certainly hope.
talk about this more in a second. Just fuck 'em.
Oh, yeah, again. You would have thought Steve Bannon had an IQ above 70, but it's clearly not true. Bannon was supporting Trump's plan to retake the White House by nullifying the 2020 election with a new election.
That's not gonna happen. But
And he's saying we're never giving up, right? And he won and wants another election immediately. And Giuliani was reacting and saying, just take the power. These 2000 electors can't be, or 2020 electors can't be certified for Biden. They were certified before he was confirmed as president. That game's over, and if you want to keep babbling about it, I'm happy to laugh at you.
hold on. I want to understand.
They want to get started on the new election tomorrow.
He went from saying bullshit about it was fake and I was robbed and blah 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 to now I want another election.
Right, but you have to decertify the Biden electors who elected him president.
Which isn't a thing.
On January the 6th.
Here's the thing. There is nothing in the Constitution that allows you to hold a special whatever because you think, quote unquote, you were robbed, even though massive, over and over and over again, checks, double checks, triple checks, quadruple checks, millions and billions of dollars have been spent trying to find where all of these fake voting and false voting comes
Even
from.
by scam artists paid by the GOP.
The only couple of things that they stumbled across was, I'm going to say, 99% Republicans double voting, fucking with votes, and that sort of thing. I have not seen anything about a Democrat fucking with a vote.
I have. I don't think it's 99%, but it's 75%.
More than that.
No idea.
Yeah.
But, yeah, overwhelmingly the majority.
And you want to know why there's no good statistics on it?
Because it doesn't
They don't
happen.
want
Because it doesn't happen. It's fucking irrelevant, and nobody bothers to investigate it beyond saying,
The point
why
is,
the hell did you vote your dead wife's ballot, you son of a bitch?
yeah, but the point is that either way, it was not enough votes to sway the election.
It
No,
wasn't
and it's
enough
a thing-
votes. Go ahead.
It's a thing to look at instead of the fact that they're taking over the people who are going to be submitting the tallies. And the other thing, that they are actually positioning themselves in the place where they could accidentally end up off sides on a coup, where half of the system goes and it's bullshit. So we know the election is broken.
Yep.
We just don't know how and by how much. And there has to be a new president like pretty the fuck quick here.
Yeah.
So, no, we have gotten to a very stupid and very dangerous place.
Well, the thing
Wait.
you have to understand is that the Republican Party wants to end democracy.
Yeah, they're not kidding.
Right? That's because that's what the kleptogarchs told them they wanted.
Even fucking Joe Biden finally got around to semi-fascist.
All right. So next up in the Just Fuck 'em column, Republican Secretary of State nominee Mark Finchem, U.S. Representative Paul Gosar, and former GOP state legislator Anthony Kern have been ordered to pay $75,000 in attorney's fees to a former Democratic state lawmaker that they had sued primarily for the purposes of harassment, said the judge. He dismissed the case and said its defamation claims were baseless.
Yeah, no, this is funny. It makes me wonder, because the judge said, like, they sued her for harassment, or was it him or her? I couldn't.
Her, I think.
Yeah, I don't think you used him or her. You just used their name.
Yeah, former secretary. Anyway.
But anyway, it makes me wonder if she can, or he, if they can turn around and sue for.
Yep.
Because she never put the first name in, I don't think.
No, it was Fernandez. That she signed, in a letter that she signed. We're clearly protected by the First Amendment.
Okay.
And then on Monday, the judge ordered that Finchem, Gosar, and Kern must pay Fernandez legal fees because the lawsuit was groundless and not made in good faith. Way to go. So there's another $75,000 they won't be spending on their election.
Good. Fuck 'em. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, that's right. Sorry.
Yeah,
No,
this
we
is
had
the
it.
continuing headline.
I know. I couldn't believe this one. So anyway, the right is just hyper focused on anything and everything sexual, right? You know, the self-proclaimed tough guy gyms, these adults who cosplay, who enjoy playing dress up. 5 members of the Proud Boy indicted on charges for seditious conspiracy. And part of their fraternities, they were told not to masturbate more than once in a calendar month.
If anyone's trying to control your master fucking bation,
Why don't you
that
wake
could be
the
a red
fuck up?
goddamn flag. Right there.
That was an old thing for high school athletics, which probably isn't true.
And out of the same creepy shit it's always been.
Yeah. And it's probably the coach trying to keep them from getting the cheerleaders pregnant and getting thrown out of school.
What
But
does
anyway.
masturbating have to do with sex? Those are two separate acts.
So anyway, I like what Stephen Colbert quipped. He said, you know, that once a month, that's going to make those 20 years in prison seem pretty long. But I do understand why they're so angry.
Right, that is a large portion of the nonsense.
It's a lot of what?
It's a large portion of the nonsense because this has been around for hundreds of years, right? This is one of the standard ways to control batshittery. It's just historically been expressed through, right, hyper-violent religious sects.
Don't let anybody control what you do in the privacy of your own whatever.
Fuck the regular police. Double fuck the sex police.
Yeah, no. If
Absolutely.
anybody asks you how many times you friggin' masturbate and it's not a punchline for a joke, it's none of their business.
Well, and I love the idea that you've got somebody like Josh Halsey who thinks he's hyper masculine, and you look at him and go, I'm not sure he's male. So anyway, he is a pretty little boy.
Well, and then you have idiots like fucking Ben Shapiro who doesn't apparently know anything about the act or otherwise, which is just fucking weird. How do you have a doctor as a wife and not understand how the fucking plumbing works?
Oh God,
Do you even kids, bro?
Oh.
Do you even understand? I don't even think he understands how he made those kids. Like, I really question that.
Yeah.
But anyway.
So among the information that was seized at Mar-a-Lago was a document about French President Emmanuel Macron. And according to Donald Trump, it was about his sex life. Right. So the former president was claiming he'd learned some of this dirt through the intelligence he had been briefed on. Guys, so
This is why it mattered.
This is sources and methods right there, fucktards. But the point is that if you really want to understand Donald Trump, you have to understand he's a fucking gossip. That's all he really is. All
We
he's
put him
ever
in
really
charge
been.
of the most highly tuned listening device humanity's ever created.
No, but again, like, I feel like his obsession with Marcon's sexuality is the fact that Marcon is actually still viable, right? He's handsome, people like him, he speaks well,
He's
and
a
I
man
think
who
Trump,
can walk 200 feet, doesn't have to have a
I
golf cart.
think that Trump is jealous of him,
Oh,
and
for
therefore needed to know every juicy little detail of this guy's life. I really
Imagine
think
how
that's
we would
it.
all behave if you had backdoor access on Facebook. No one would be good.
Yeah, true.
And this is on all of them. The worst part about this for me is until Trump is branded batshit for real lunatic, mentally damaged to the point where nothing he said, right, a full ass burn notice basically on him, that nothing he says should be relied on. He is a threat because he was the president of the United States. He's been briefed on things. If he's damaged in a way that makes it so he just spews random secrets,
Which it
he
sounds
needs
like
to
he
be
does.
confined
Yes.
until we have it sorted out and have him literally designated as too crazy to listen to, and then we're still going to have to control who he talks to.
Yeah, no, Trump is dangerous.
Still think he should be confined.
Yes. No, exactly.
You can't keep your mouth shut. You should be in a place where I don't care who you talk to.
Yep.
So, anyway.
The kind of thing we never had to address with Reagan, even though I think the levels of damage may be
Oh
similar.
my God! Do you know how you Do you know how you fix this? Okay, so you put Trump in an institution of some sort, and you give him a fake Facebook, so it gets like randomly generated posts and stuff.
That's
so
what
that
the Utah facility
He
is.
thinks he's on real Facebook, and then he can post whatever crap he wants, but it's just a whole internal thing. None of it goes anywhere. And that'll keep him busy for the rest of his days. Think about it. Think
Shit.
of how often he tweeted as president.
Yep.
This would keep him totally
We could
occupied.
get Facebook and Twitter to collaborate on that. On its own little one server and the little Supermax and
Yeah.
yeah.
No connection to the internet, right?
Yep.
So he can't find his way out. I don't think
It
he's
has
smart
a
enough to
connection
anyway.
the internet to vacuum up stuff that Trump
No,
will think.
no, I would have no connection to the internet. I would set up a
Not
bot to
one he can
auto-generate
use.
shit.
Yeah. But just filter in the real internet.
Yes.
But yeah, he doesn't have out.
Right. Nothing he puts
But that
there
way he
ever
posts, he
leaves.
can see his post,
Yep.
and you can have
Right,
fake
and he
likes
can-
like Facebook likes to do.
Exactly.
Fake
And you
like
can have
it.
people with you can have people comment and
Yep. You can have people write stories about it.
yeah.
Oh my God, that would be. You know what? He'd be happy as a clam. Nobody'd have to feel
Yeah.
bad about it. He would be
He can
ecstatic.
have his button that gives him his things. He can be president. It's fine. I don't give a
His
fuck.
Coke, yeah.
Yeah. Excuse me.
I bet
First
you could convince him he was president too.
Fucking occupant of the Matrix.
You wouldn't even need a Matrix. You put him in a fucking room. He's not gonna go anywhere.
Hey, if we can deep dive him, I'm fucking down. Like,
Yeah.
Dip everything in gold paint. He'll think
Sure.
he's president still.
or we're
It's
just gonna
fine.
let Musk jam chips in his head. Shut up. What's the
I
worst
didn't-
that
no,
could
no, no,
happen?
no.
Musk. This is
I'm
another one
talking
of those
about-
good things you could do to the world. Okay.
I'm talking about the Matrix. That
Yeah.
he thinks there's a world out there,
Yeah.
and there's not.
No, again,
Wow. That would be fun.
Yeah, I like it. I'm fine
Oh,
with it.
shit. Do you think we could televise it?
Truman show it? Oh my god, that'd be amazing. But no, because then his shit gets out and people will keep following him. The whole point is to keep him contained. You can't do that
you
if
can't
you turn
declare
it
him a
in-
moral
if you
hazard
turn it into,
and
Yeah,
if you turn
okay.
him into the Truman Show, you cannot contain his crazy because people will still see and believe he's crazy.
I need to see what
He
his Truman
has
Show
to
looks
be
like. But yeah,
completely sealed off from the world.
I don't know. Maybe he really wants to be a pet store manager.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Anyway,
Yes.
all right. BoomerX is about damn time.
So, remember the Fulton County District Attorney Fannie Willis?
No, who's that?
Yeah. So she's about to serve a subpoena on Lynn Wood.
Ooh, that's gonna be.
That's
He's
gonna
gonna
be
shout
fun.
so much.
He's gonna whine so bad. Remember, she's already done, Mark Meadows and Lindsey Graham and so on. So anyway, this is gonna be fun.
Yeah, sounds good to me. All right, was that all?
Yeah.
Okay, quick and pretty. I like it. Dumbass of the day. What's going
Oh
on
my
here?
God. So Ann Coulter is doing two things. I don't often agree with her, but I think in some ways that she's right. But she's also trying to, separate the umbilical from the Trump.
Yeah, trying to rehabilitate herself a bit.
Yeah,
You got it. That one's going down.
She says, "Stop sucking up to Donald Trump," right? I doubt, Coulter compared Trump's rise in world politics to that of Sarah Palin, who saw her star fade, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Coulter cited poll numbers, so again, Coulter has turned on him, right? But she also cited,
She broke early back too, but
well, again,
Yeah.
she's kind of obsolete.
it's true.
And again, she's saying, Trump is doing his, these guys are deadheads, right? They're following him around the country, listening to the same songs played in concerts. And
Yep.
I had a car run into by a goddamn deadhead once. 27-year-old with a 15-year-old girlfriend.
Ugh, gross. Why?
None of the good reasons.
Oh, gross. Why
He
would
was
you
a
even
deadhead.
say that out loud?
I'm just,
I didn't have to happen to him.
Why do I have to have that mental image forever now? That's nasty.
Don't trauma shame him, you monster.
Oh.
No, he
Oh.
fucking gave me trauma.
trying to think who he looked like.
No. Too much info. We move on.
Anyway.
Keep talking.
There's a miss the
About
turn.
that.
When you miss a turn, you back up. That's what you do, isn't it? He said that to the cop. The cop looked at me and rolled his eyes. So, anyway. Took me a while to get paid, though. And he hurt my little car. So, anyway, so what else did we get? She was citing poll numbers, Roger Stone backpedaled email, dwindling rally crowds. There's loyalty among the Trump fanatics, but again, she's saying this is the deadheads.
I think, yeah, the only ones who are going to ride or die on Trump are the ones who are dead without it, right? That have no chance to go any other direction.
Well, and here's the thing: with Trump, they feel like they have a voice. Without Trump, they feel like they lose that voice.
They
and I feel
can't-
like there's a very particular set of people
Oh, yeah,
who fall into that.
Yeah, fine, for the voters. I'm talking about the
Yeah.
professionals who are getting paid for this, right?
Yeah.
But Stephen Miller, is that the little fucking horrible one?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got nowhere else to go. Right? It would take too long for him to sit out and decontaminate, right, via air drying. for him to come back and be something important.
Whenever you mention Stephen Miller, you have to understand he was the architect of the separation of families.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the Protestants are
there's
going to steal
nothing
your
good about
kids
that.
again.
So anyway, and the email, I love the email. Roger Stone sends out an email slamming Florida Governor DeSantis.
Got to brush him back.
Should both men run for the Republican Party nomination, et cetera, et cetera. And in a very quick second email, Stone backpedaled on his criticism of DeSantis after he heard complaints from conservative supporters.
Oh, yeah. People are all about DeSantis, and that a little bit makes me worried.
Yeah.
Because I agree. DeSantis is a much better choice than Trump. However, I worry about what DeSantis is going to do with this country with his LGBTQ.
Yeah, I don't know how that makes him a better choice.
Women-hating bullshit.
Hey, Trump had a 98% fail rate.
Yeah. No. The point is that you've got this split that's occurring in the Republican Party, which is going to destroy them in 2022 and probably kill them in 2024.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, no, they need that third, right? Because otherwise they have to either moderate enough to get some amount of independence and the rest.
Yeah.
I don't want to step on your neck, but that's where you put your head, the dog.
Actually, at this point, I would guess that the supporters of the Republican Party are hoping that Trump will die, so they get to pick a new guy. So anyway, let's see what else we got going on. Marjorie Taylor Greene smokescreen of the day. Gets harder and harder since Twitter canceled her. I mean, I'm sure she's still saying idiotic things. They're just not being as widely reported.
So I'll get together and cancel Twitter.
And again, you'd probably have to scroll through YouTube and stuff to really get that.
You'd have to watch her. No, she is losing her ability to be the bright, shiny thing. So, plus with the death of Chuck Todd's of the world, which I am so... first off, I'd like to point out, Chuck Todd is so fucking bad, he got the oldest American television show canceled. I'm sorry, once you took Meet the Press to streaming, it's no longer on television.
True.
It's gone.
And I think Lauren Boebert has her outdone with the lesbian.
She'll say crazier things, but I think the market for the right shrill crazy...
Yeah.
That is a much narrow... That is a hard needle to thread.
Yeah.
Period. That is a much harder needle to thread as a female Republican character.
Very true.
Lauren Boebert, I'm still waiting for that link to where I can take that dance class. So remember, it's the link is what we're talking about. She tweeted it, right?
Yeah.
So it's at BoomerRexTonight. Okay, so at BoomerRexTonight, talk to me and let me know where I can take that course. I still want to take that course.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's move on to R.I.P. Gorby.
So Gorbachev died today.
No. Jesus. Fuck me, he was still around?
Yeah, he was 91.
Yeah.
Anyway, died after a long illness, etc., etc.
Russians, rise up. You bury with that man your only chance at modernity. And, get him.
I know. Gorbachev had the right idea.
Yep.
Right? To loosen up the country, to make some market forces work, to so forth and so on.
That Russian
And of
blocking
course,
with Russians wasn't healthy.
what Gorbachev didn't understand was that the country was already run by oligarchs. They just had a different name.
And we
Right.
got
they were
waist deep
colonels in
involved
the
in some gross
FSB.
shit.
And,
Yeah.
And then, two leaders later, you've got Apparatchik Putin,
Yep.
right, selling everything the country owned to his oligarch kleptogog buddies.
Yeah.
Do we know who's next in line to take this, since we know that there's no such thing as a free election in Russia?
No.
That's one of the problems with the dictator.
Well, and we also know
Medvedev.
that Putin,
Medvedev?
everything we've heard, he's not doing well.
He's
so-
got a guy he's traded off presidency and prime ministership with previously.
Yeah.
Medvedev?
Medvedev?
Yes.
Yeah.
And he's come out as much harsher, much more ultranationalist, because that's where his party has gone, right? It's the Likud party for the Russians.
He's their version of Trump.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds delightful. Okay.
Yeah, Putin is their version of Steve Miller.
Ugh.
So reversing him would be great.
I don't know. I don't think Steve Miller can get it done with his hands.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, Putin has people
Young
defenestrated
Putin,
for funsies. I mean, let's be honest.
Yeah.
All right.
So anyway, go with God, Gorbachev.
Yeah. Sorry, man. Hey, at least you don't gotta watch what's about to happen.
Did he do
Yeah.
good things in the end?
Yeah, he tried to do good things and was defeated by the existing infrastructure of what was not a communist nation. It was an oligarchy and had been for years.
And he just hadn't realized that until it was too
I think
late.
he may even have realized it and thought he could win.
Yeah. He thought the Soviet state could fight that fight and win. He moves it forward, and then it's Yeltsin, right?
Yeah.
And who's the one? Is there one after that that appoints Putin, or is that all Yeltsin?
You
Anyway.
know what? It might be interesting to do a deep dive into
How
Russia
Russia
and
got
the
so
Soviet
far. Yeah,
Union and what happened when. And
Yeah.
that might be an interesting thing because that's a topic we haven't discussed.
True.
So the Russian oligarch.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah, follow the Soviet Union into the transition to naked oligarch.
Yeah. But all of the big sales were under Putin, I think.
Yeah.
All right. So
Well, and he was the integration of organized crime in the state.
Yeah.
we'll discuss when a good time to discuss that will be. We might want to wait on
Right
that.
after somebody throws Putin out a fourth floor window.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking it might be better to wait until either A, Putin moves on, or B, Ukraine takes back all of Ukraine. And then as celebration, we will discuss the history of Russia. Okay. But no, I think that's good, and I think we will talk about that at an appropriate time. All right, let's move on to updates with BoomerRex health threat.
Imagine being able to take a medicine that prevents the decline that comes with old age.
Hell yeah.
We now have a medicine that does that in mice.
Blood.
In mice. Its name is rapamycin.
Blood. It's little kids' blood.
It's a drug.
It's little kids'
It's
blood.
used to treat
and they
cancer.
synthesized it into a drug.
Oh, yeah, probably.
Okay. No, we were just talking about if you inject blood that it makes
We were
you younger.
we were just making up stories, and rapamycin is not made from the blood of children.
No, but that will be an important part of the anti-aging regime. We're gonna apparently need to know about this shit. Because some of that stuff's expensive. The blood thing.
No, and I'm sorry for throwing that in there. For those of you who are confused, we did talk a while ago about how
There is some market
science
for
has found that if you
anti-aging.
inject
Yes.
young people's blood into old people,
reverse
it reverses the aging process and it
Yeah.
makes them younger. So that was where that came from. And no, it's not related to the discussion he is having right now. I'm sorry.
So what does this
Continue.
drug do? This real, actual drug.
Yeah, for real drug that has
The
nothing
for
to do
real
with
drug is
children's blood.
it's used as a cancer treatment,
Okay.
and so
If cancer patients
what
been
it does
hoarding all
is
the live
delay
forever pills.
aging. It delays aging in mice when you feed it to them. Anyway, turns out that even a brief treatment will have the correct effect if it's done in early adulthood. And so I've had it with this. I want all the research on this drug stopped because it won't help me.
Right?
Right?
Wait. No. But if we take it, it could help us.
Yeah, fuck us.
No,
We're not
yeah.
him.
Why should you get it when I didn't get it?
Well, why don't you take it long term and see if it helps? And then you can slip us pills on the side. It's fine.
Anyway, it's an interesting story. We'll see if it gets beyond mice.
Fair.
And plus, it's cancer patients, so it's already got too many zeros for most Americans to even be allowed in the room with it.
Fair. All right. Climate weirded?
Oh, yeah. So,
Oh no. That's a Skippy. No. Let's. Oh, okay.
so
I'm ready.
recent torrential rains. Hey, have you heard of climate weirding, where the climate changes and last year's weather's not like this year's weather?
Yeah,
You,
I'm listening
you hear
to one of our
phrases like
shows.
the new normal and so forth.
Yeah.
Anyway, the city of Jackson, Mississippi, that is, by the way, their capital,
Yeah.
now has no municipal water supply.
Wait. What? What? Wait. Hold up. No. Like they went from having
They
water
can't
to
flush their toilets.
the entire city?
They can't get water out of a hydrant to fight a fire.
The entire city?
Aren't they not a city now and more a shantytown with roads?
Yeah, so
Well, how
they're
do you fix
distributing
that?
bottled water.
That's not an answer.
They ran out of bottled water, didn't they?
Human beings
Oh, I'm
need a
sure
gallon
they-
of
oh,
water
yeah.
a day, and
Um,
probably closer to 8 for average usage.
Wait, if you can't flush your toilet,
Yeah, about that.
what the fuck do you do?
Dude, well, they're gonna
Do you
try
just
shitting
shit in a bucket and throw it out the window like back in the olden days? Like,
why
are we
do you-
returning to the dark ages here?
Why do you think Walmart uses plastic bags? If you live in the city, you shit in the bag, throw it out in the window to the middle of the street.
Yeah.
Like they did in the Middle Ages.
Yeah, but they didn't
Oh,
have
wait,
plastic
Jackson,
in the Middle
Mississippi,
Ages.
back
All
in the
I'm
middle-
saying.
It'll make it easier to scoop
Why
up.
are we wasting plastic?
use-
Let's just shit in
They
metal pots and toss them out the windows.
Because the bag
They
is easier to scoop.
reused China chamber pots. Me, I'm the step beyond that. I'm going to repurpose the Walmart bag.
There you go.
You mean the holy Walmart bag that's gonna leak all over you when you're done? You fucking
That's
have
fine.
fun with that.
All right,
Fucking
I'll double
Walmart
bag it. It
bags.
won't leak enough before I get to the window to, anyway. Although you have a picture of the,
I think you need to understand these windows don't open, sir. You'll be throwing it against the window and then having to clean up the mess in front of it.
well, I
Or
don't
you're
live in
gonna
a-
go hardcore hoarder and start pissing in bottles, and instead of dumping them out, just leave them sitting around the fucking house.
If I lived in Jackson, I'd be throwing them out the window.
Yeah.
Fuck.
If I lived in
I'm
downtown
leaving
Jackson,
soon.
I certainly would be.
No, if I lived in Jackson and like as soon as my toilet was whatever, and they're like, I was like, all right, how long is it gonna take to fix this? And they're like, maybe never. I'd be like, I'm out. Pack everything up. No, put it in the car. If it doesn't fit, it
Yeah.
stays. Just go.
It's
go.
that. It's just like
go.
the ad. If it fits, it ships. Now fill the car.
Start with the most important thing you can't live without, and then go backwards from there. And as soon as the car is full,
You're done.
We're just leaving.
That's how much
Fuck
happiness you
this
get.
shit. God damn.
So anyway, the grocery stores are running out immediately
Yeah.
and so forth.
No,
Yeah, they had
you can't
they had
truck in enough
700
water.
cases of water and immediately ran out. I
This
mean,
is
it's
some hardcore Swedish death cleaning moment. That's what this is. This is a hardcore Swedish death cleaning
no,
moment.
You
this
have to
is
get in
one
the
of the
purge.
shithole states that ignored their infrastructure for years, claimed climate change wasn't happening, happily participated in the race to the bottom, and is now paying the price.
Do you know what I love? I love how you're acting like I didn't know all that shit.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, but some of
Great
our
questions,
listeners
but no.
might not have. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
no, I'm just making.
163,000 people.
With no water.
Yep, I don't give a shit. It's 163,000 gallons a day. You need to bring them, and that's just to keep them alive.
You don't
All
think
right.
the 700 cases will do it?
Nah, I don't think so.
Oh,
I-
wow.
700 cases might get them out of Jackson.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Yeah, if you're in Jacksonville, just fucking leave. Just.
It was Jackson, Mississippi, right?
I mean, I hate it because like I feel bad for the people who have property they're never gonna get money for, blah 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 blah. Like that's terrible and like horrible and like fuck America. This is the problem. We need a living fucking wage. We need health care. We need an appropriate
governments.
government that actually works.
People in
And-
Jackson need drinking water,
Yeah.
and they should leave.
Yeah. They
No, they should not come back.
Fuck out of Dodge. Jesus fuck. Close up
it's
your
a
house.
good excuse to live shithole-istan.
God damn.
Now it's sad because like Birmingham has 210,000.
Yeah.
Like, this is not one of the small cities. This fucking is problematic.
Yeah.
Time to leave.
Turns out there are a couple of burned out motors that have no idea how long to get those running again, but they're still in flood stage. So even if they were pumping water, you'd have to boil it.
Yeah.
So, anyway. But it would put out fires and flush toilets.
If you're renting, just leave.
Yeah.
Seriously.
If you're renting, stop paying rent.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, no, you
'Cause
do
there's
not
no
have
water.
to pay rent when you don't
When,
have
that
water
shit's
and you
unlivable.
can't flush
That's
a
right.
toilet. That's not okay. Oh, God.
Plus, use your rent. That's going to be your gas money. So figure out how big a circle that is.
Yeah.
Now start looking for jobs.
Yeah, talk to your, if you work for any sort of retail chain, they will get you a job somewhere else. So just ask to be transferred. They'll do it. Ugh, that sucks. This is one of those things that could have been solved had people not lied about it beforehand.
If they don't get this fixed by Thursday, they're
Yeah.
going to have people dying.
Yep.
So they need drinking water to fuck with flushing the toilet.
Yep.
Yeah, if get
And
out.
God help
Dodge.
you if you need a fire fall.
If you live near
It's
there
not- it's
and you
hot
can
there or
help
anything,
people, try to help people, please, in whatever.
Or they have any
manner.
sort of like natural disaster going on, like the flooding.
Yeah, try if you live in the area, try to help people in whatever means you have
And
to
get
assist
the hell away.
and help them get out of town.
Absolutely.
I don't know if people have GoFundMe's up, but look for those because those can save lives. Sadly, in America, that should not need GoFundMe's to pay for this kind of thing. Anyway.
So next up on climate weirding, you know, Mexico's Caribbean coast where all the, billion-dollar resorts are and so forth.
Yeah, how they doing?
Not too good.
Oh no! Why?
Rotting sargassum weed is up on all their beaches.
That seems gross.
Yeah, it does, and it's pretty awful pictures and stuff. This year appears to be on track to be worse than even the peak sargassum year of 2018. It's on the Caribbean, you idiots. The Caribbean is unseasonably hot and will help certain plants grow, and this may well be one of them. And then it's going to come visit your beach, where you used to have people coming to go to your resorts and don't anymore.
Yep.
Does that mean that a vacation there is really cheap right now?
I'll bet it
Oh,
is.
yeah.
Could people be looking at? Okay, so for all those listening to us, do your research.
There's
But-
an inflection point
Yeah, I'd be careful.
past which that's not safe and fun anymore.
Yeah.
The magical pretend don't fuck with the resorts only lasts 4 minutes after they can't enforce the police doing what they want.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair.
And when their income goes to zero, the police are going to find new ways to make money.
All
So,
right.
anyway, again,
But yeah, this might be the sweet point. I look and see. Beware.
yeah.
Pay attention to travel advisories.
Oh yeah, no, definitely watch travel advisories, all that shit. Have a get out of jail free card ready. In other words, an escape route.
Yeah.
So if you can drive there, that's probably your better bet, but whatever. Anyway, don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, heart, follow, review, smash that like button on YouTube. Go to BoomerRexTonight, no spaces on Facebook for fun memes, and a link to our Patreon. Give us $1. You can find us on YouTube as BoomerRex. Or check your favorite podcasting service for BoomerRexTonight. We can be found on over a dozen different platforms, including Podbean, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and Samsung Podcasts. Hit us up on Twitter at BoomerRexTonight. And if you Google BoomerRexTonight, no spaces, all links will lead you to us. Also, check out RisenLadyHeathen on Twitch. That is me, of course, and I have been streaming
And sometimes me.
pretty regularly. Asshole pops in and out while I'm streaming, but it's definitely me, Wade, Xerxes, and occasionally Zeus hanging out and chatting with y'all. So, look.
And they're a lot funnier when I'm not around.
So go to my Twitch and follow, and you'll get notifications when I'm on. I try to stream during the days when there's not much going on. So watch
Way
for
to
me
go.
there. And I love y'all, and we'll see you back here tomorrow night for more Boomer Rex tonight.
Good night.